Since he's naked, does this shit count as child porn? You know what time it is? Another Dandadan episode to recap. And we both know this episode was a banger with the highly anticipated Evil Eye versus Okarun fight. I've been waiting for this shit to get animated, so let's just jump straight into this.
Let's go.
No, but seriously, nobody answered my question. We ended the last episode with Evil Eye trying to take Momo's head smooth off, but someone finally decided he wanted some playing time and came in to save the day. It looked like they were equal in strength too. Evil Eye kind of looked concerned there for a second. Then Okarun went back to doing Okarun type things. Bro couldn't even look good in front of this girl. Evil Eye isn't done applying pressure though. He's out for blood. Okarun tells Evil Eye, I ain't gonna let this shit slide, but first, let me rescue my girl. Got a blast as he bolts off. Evil Eye overhears performing as if he's in tryouts for Blue Lock. Buddy, it's too late. They already selected the U20 World Cup team. You ain't on it. Okarun was flawlessly avoiding them and even made Momo put in some work. Rightfully so. This ride ain't for free, girl. As they make their great escape to the upper floors, but this won't be the last we see of Evil Eye. Momo thanks Okarun for saving her, but Okarun tells Momo this butthole thing is farting out its booty juice and it's super toxic, so we gotta find a way out of here. Brainiac Okarun suggests the weakness for this worm is sunlight, as his heroic side kicks in as he has a plan. But Momo was like, Okarun, darling, sugar plum, my sweet honey. My bad, off screen. Momo actually said, I can't leave you here. Okarun says, screw all that, I'm calling the shots, I'm sending you up there, and I'll take care of Gigi, trust that. And this next scene had me leaning in my chair when I saw Momo walk closer towards Okarun, and Okarun locked in, and she grabbed his hand. I swear to my glorious King James himself, I thought they were about to kiss. I paused the episode, did a lap around my room, put my headphones back on, and pressed play. Just for her to worry about Gigi? Damn! She did say, I promise I'll save you, but actions speak louder than words, Momo. Get real. A peck on the cheek at least. Okarun would have folded Evil Eye in 0.5 of a second with motivation like that. Regardless, it did the trick for Okarun because he's ready to do this shit. So basically, this contraption is the slingshot ride you see in all those amusement parks, just without the rubber bands. Okarun is gonna launch Momo upwards and she'll do the rest with her powers. I think Okarun was getting his revenge for not getting a kiss. Bro didn't even give her a chance to prep. 3, 2, 1, take off. Thankfully, everything worked out and Momo escaped. Okarun was over here cheering her on, and then the boss music hit. The scenery changed. It was like that one scene when Yuta walked into class and everyone was on red alert. Right as we were about to see this fight, Science Saru panned it back to Momo. Like, I'm trying to see peak over here. I don't care what Momo's doing up above. Whatever. So it's clear that Okarun is the brain of the group, because Momo thought the living room curtains would be long enough to grab everyone? Did she not just come from down there? Momo, surely you're not this dense. I'ma let it slide for the one time. Think of something else, please. She had some flashback to her and Gigi playing with worms. You'd think she'd come to a good conclusion on how to save everyone. She chose to burn the entire house down. Momo, I gave you a second chance. What are you doing? I guess we're gonna have to trust the process, but Gigi's the stupid one in the group, not Momo. We'll get back to Pinhead Larry over here later. Right now, we got peak cinema to be enjoying as Evil Eye and Okarun are going at it. Evil Eye isn't letting up with the Nagi style strikes, but Okarun is hitting that Naruto run, dodging everything. Mind you, a lot of these are still close calls, but somehow Okarun is able to avoid them all. Evil Eye says screw that and starts throwing punches. I don't know what Okarun is smoking, but the hell was this weak ass move? Evil Eye said come here little boy and threw him away. Evil Eye is hitting chain attacks now with the soccer ball, but Okarun is sending jabs and running away. It was unfortunate for Okarun though, because at this point, Evil Eye knows your attack pattern and caught him off guard with the 1-2 combo. Soccer ball, then WWE smackdown punch to the stomach. Okarun opened his eyes and saw his life flash before his eyes, and quickly evaded the attack. Evil Eye realized that Gigi's body can't withstand this booty juice that's getting sprayed on them, and needs to wrap this up quickly. Evil Eye locks Okarun in some cursed house. Okarun is attempting to escape, but he's trapped in here for sure. Evil Eye was straight aura farming though. Look how smooth he walked into this place, acting like it's a domain expansion or something. Honey, I'm home type vibes. Also, a very unflattering camera angle. Like, why did the author decide, yeah, let's give him a badass character design, but we'll keep him naked? Even Okarun's wearing pants. Anyway, it's not looking good for Okarun because he's getting turned into ground beef over here. Evil Eye is having his way with Okarun. Bro's enjoying every single punch too. But he made a mistake. While he was swinging on Okarun, he threatened him saying Momo was next. Okarun immediately got serious. I thought I was watching Bleach for a second. Bro must have taken a page out of Ichigo's book. Okarun says, "Shush, peasant. You shit the bed 3 times. Here's what you did. You hurt my Momo. You took over my new friend's body." And well, he didn't get the 3 because Evil Eye swung on him, but Okarun understands it now, as he dodges and follows up with an Aoki style frog punch. This was literally a 0 to death combo. Evil Eye stood no chance against Okarun and his punches, as Okarun launches him out of the cursed house. My goat has defeated Evil Eye in style. He finally says the 3rd thing, which was, you shouldn't have pissed him off, as he keels over, calling for Momo. Can Okarun have a moment where he's badass and it doesn't follow up with him looking pathetic, please? Is that too much to ask for? As Okarun was carrying Gigi to a higher level, he heard a faint scream. So it was Turbo Granny, who's been stuck in the worm sticky stuff, no pause, this entire time. Okarun comes to the rescue, but we gotta use that word loosely, as Okarun somehow shit the bed and got stuck with Turbo Granny in the lowest levels of the pit. If they weren't already crazy enough, the Pyro upstairs is snitching on herself to the police. Momo, can you use some common sense for once? They're feds. You just admitted to a crime. Obviously, they're gonna try to detain you. Look at this guy's stupid mug. I'd become a cop too if I was this chopped. But you know what? I owe Momo an apology. I didn't see the vision. Her observation hockey must be compared to Shanks. She started the fire so that the fire department would use their hose on the house and fill the pit with water, which would bait out the worm because it can't breathe through its skin. Round of applause. I knew she was cooking something this whole time. So this worm is now cooking in the sun and is tweaking out, scaring everyone around it as it's slowly withering away. But it starts hiding behind the house for shade. Momo said not on my watch, as she uses her Hulk strength powers to lift up a fire truck, throw it through the house, slamming it into the worm's face as they finally defeat it. Bro, it went from a patterned worm to a nasty turd. I'm losing my appetite looking at it. Speaking of appetite, this worm must have been hungry as shit when it ate the Keto family, because it just vomited them out. And they're all in one piece? What are these teeth for, decoration? Anyway, Momo tells them congratulations on surviving, but Granny tells Momo over here that she's a moron. Even I was confused why she was talking shit. You just got spewed out by a worm, buddy. But remember that old lore about the sacrifices and the volcano? Well, it was true, and Grandma was not too happy about it, as they watched the volcano erupt before their eyes, and that's where the episode ends. The highlight was obviously the Evil Eye versus Okarun fight. The extra scenes of them fighting was much needed, as there weren't many pages in the manga to begin with. The low light of the episode was probably this guy getting stuck, but I'll let it slide. He's the MVP of the episode for sure. I'm not giving that shit to Momo after watching her make the volcano erupt, or Evil Eye since he's practically flashing us every episode. Thank you guys for making it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this content, be sure to press the like button. Subscribe to keep up with future content as well, as I'll be making more weekly recap episodes of Dandadan. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.